Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at, but the cabin had disappeared.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
So here we are in our city of New York 3 years ago. He has a tweed jacket, but he's not wearing it yet. Also, he isn't quite as unshaven as he is in the modern day. This shaven look actually fits him, though. So let's go investigate around our apartment a little bit. Hi.
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Yai. We got a book and some pictures. She's a photographer, so she spends a lot of time doing photography, maybe unsurprisingly enough. Now, anyone here played the Max Payne games? The people who made Alan Wake had originally made Max Payne 1 and 2. They didn't work on Max Payne 3 because they sold the rights off to Rockstar. But the reason why I'm saying that is because there's some Max Payne references here in this little location. Sorry, it seems to be a snowy day in New York. Here's the books that Alan Wake has written, part of what he calls the Alex Casey series. Alex Casey is sort of a ripoff of Max Payne from the Max Payne series. We can see his books: Return to Sender, What I Can't Forget, Alex Casey, The Things That I Want, and The Fall of Casey. It was a 5-book series that made him tremendously successful. If you can see, he's got gun rewards right there. We're actually going to pick up a few pages of his Alex Casey books here. And the person who reads Alex Casey is actually the voice actor of Max Payne. The more you know. So we received 2 pages. It's called The Sun Stopped 1 and The Sun Stopped 2. 2 pages out of context of his book. It's also an improper quote-unquote ending to Max Payne because Max Payne's voice actor reads these.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
In the Max Payne series, his wife and child are killed at the very beginning of the series, so yai. Here's Alan Wake doing his Alan Wake poses. Anyways, there's a few more things that we can explore in the apartment right now. And you want me to let you guys extend the, okay, yeah, this is the second code that's appeared inside the game. I can tell you that 2 of them lead to phone numbers. They're phone numbers you can call, and they have cool little answering machine messages, but that's, yeah, they won't actually answer. It's just mainly for the answering machine messages there. That does sound like Max Payne's storyline, because it's a sort of joke and reference, because Alan Wake was apparently writing a very Max Payne-esque series there. How many episodes are there of Alan Wake? There are 8 episodes. We're currently just reaching episode 2. This game was released on the Xbox 360 originally, but it has come out to PC since then. I'm playing the PC version right now, in fact. Which is why it says E, because that's a keyboard command. Though I could be playing with the controller, but I actually like the keyboard controls. I also am a very huge fan of this game. I'm going to throw that out there. Sorry for giving just a little bit to scan that. Let's go this way. A few more things to see. We can enjoy ourselves in the apartment back here. Got some pills, got a nice little shower. I will say this does look like a New York apartment. I've stayed at a few New York places when I've visited the town a few times, and this certainly does look like it. Let's open up the closet. Hello, closet. Bye-bye, closet. I'll turn more to scan in just a second. Let's first listen to this radio.
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors, as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the 3rd day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Simple. Alright. Anyways, I'll go let the people scan their PR codes. There was one earlier, but no one then wanted me to stand around and scan it. So let's see. Let's try this angle. See if that works with you guys. Tell me if it does or doesn't so I can leave this torment. Just kidding. Let's see. Is to what it is, to what it is. Alan's just chilling here. Let him do his Alan Wake things. He's Alan Wake and he's a writer. Da 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 da. If you have a phone, you can scan PR codes. So people are saying, "Oh, Ryan, I'm curious. Let's scan it inside the game." It's a yep. It's a QR code. Nope. All right. How about let's me strain it out. How about that? I'm trying my best to make it so the sunflowers aren't blocking it. Oh, Akira got it though. All right. Doing what I can for QR codes. I'll move in just a moment. I'm just warning you, I don't want to stand too much staring at a wall. Alan Wake stared at a wall. It was very anticipating. Akira can tell us what it was there. Let me go over this way. I need to help Alice. He wanted me to make coffee. I've been spending my time looking at QR codes. Hey, we got a new TV, which isn't set up yet. That's unfortunate. I think that's a nice snowy day there in New York, so what else are you going to do? I like how we have pictures of New York, literally all in our New York apartment. Anyways, let's go mess around with the coffee. Coffee? Coffee.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Alice seems like she might want some good old Comfortane. QR code, huh? Turns out this isn't too bad even if you're not sitting on a couch when you play it. Who knew? Oh, they've actually changed that QR code since the console version. It's a joke because originally when Alan Wake had come out on the 360, they had said that it wasn't going to come to PC because it was a game made to be played on the couch, like a TV series. But then it came out on PC, so that's probably what that QR code is making a jab at. I didn't realize that was actually different than the 360 version. Some of them will lead to a...
Hey,
oh,
I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh my. She wants us to get some stuff for her. I'll go do that. It's in the room that we were just in. Right here. She wants us to pick up these pages.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan!
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm fine, I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
She wants the lights on. Now, Alice has a fear of the dark. Okay, I'll go turn the lights on. Do my magic.
I don't like this, Alan. Please hurry.
Sure.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Like all the other characters, you stick around them for a while, they'll start saying things. There's a thing to examine over there about Wait, until after he's talked a little bit. Unless, of course, he's the one character who doesn't talk until I examine that.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
Now he's summoned to himself, he does his doctor things. He does remind me a lot of the Twin Peaks doctor. They made him different enough so he's not exactly the same, but he's certainly similar to him. There's a map and welcome to Bright Falls Sheriff Station. There's also a fish here. We're going to observe it.
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
You're good to go, Mr. Wake. Sarah's probably waiting for a chance to talk to you.
I'll trust him. He's going to observe some different little things. So it has to have an infinity sign on it. It's like a plant growing for infinity. We also have a map of Bright Falls. Let's see. We can actually figure out where we were if we look at this.
The sheriff wanted to see you in her office.
Yes, I know. There's Cauldron Lake. You can kind of see it at the bottom area, the middles. That's where our cabin supposedly was. Where's Gassie's stuck? Oh, there's Gassie's. There's Gassie's or Stucky's Gassie's. I'm calling them Gassie's. Stucky's gas station, which is pretty close to Cauldron Lake. We probably drove around here and crashed there. So those are the areas we've been in so far. Currently, we're in the town of Bright Falls, which is right over there. And we're probably at the sheriff's station. We can also see stuff like Elderwood National Park, the Watery. There's a dam up there. Over here we have Cauldron Lake Lodge. We have some mines down there. There's a ghost town over here. And I'm going to tell you, you're not going to explore all of Bright Falls in this game, but you actually do explore a good portion of it. Just as a heads up. And let's actually get into town and start doing our exploration. We have a little bit of stuff to do here in the good old sheriff's station. Look at that outside. Enjoy the views. Being me, I'm going to be taking my time to explore things. Let's go on out. Hey.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weed.
Alice was missing.
You can
I
call her
needed
the
help to
town
find her.
eccentric. She
I
used
wasn't
to
ready
be
to leave.
the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Okay. What are you doing on the computer? What are you doing on the computer?
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
I get it. You're like the second person to say that to me over and over again today. What if I started to turn the lights on and off? How would you feel? Yeah. Alan Wake's just kind of staring. Is that people on the computer? Are you calling people? Is there a phone call going on? What are you doing on the computer? What are you doing on the computer? Alright, we're good. I think she's gonna talk to me.
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you down the corridor in her office.
I get the mental message. Let me go this way. There's things that we can do here. There is, in fact, a manuscript page here. Alice sees a shadow.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
What you're talking about is Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which is a spin-off. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. For the moment, Alice was seeing shadows near the Cauldron Lake Lodge. Let's see what this has to say.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the parade float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Seems those police cops can't catch a break and find good old Carl Stucky. Of course, we killed him, but we can't let them know that. We'll go to jail. Speaking of jail, that's locked.
You should go see the sheriff now, Mr. Wake. She's in her office.
You're very perspective, you know that? Alright, anyways. Here we have a few missing posters. Read E. Have you seen this man? Disappeared on June 20th, 2007. Identifying features, knack for winning contest. He's a guy who won a contest to get his face to appear in the game. Guess what we're looking at? Have you seen these men? Richard Barg, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you have seen them or know their whereabouts, please call 555-9932. Thank you. Oh my, missing people. There's also a missing cat. Unfortunately, the details are illegible. Anyways, we enter inside the sheriff's office. Sheriff Breaker.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
You recharged my phone? That's very kind of you, all things considered. Hello, Sheriff.
Your phone, Mr. Wake?
Who says that's my phone? Just because it was on my body doesn't mean it was mine, you know? You know? Oh, I got another map of the place here.
Make sure you don't forget your phone.
What's this piece of technology I see before myself, Sheriff Breaker? What is this mysterious cell phone? Is it a
Grab
phone?
your phone, Mr. Wake. We have a lot to talk about.
But it might multiply itself into cells, won't it? That's why it's a cell phone. Does it run on the cells? Do we need fetuses to make it run, to develop inside our phone? Can I make its ringtone like a wailing baby cry? I'm gonna pick it up and stop being weird now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me. I need to take this. Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
Huh.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
Through
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
We'll get to it, though. You want me to go through the cells? Like the cells in my cell phone? Okay, let's go there, then. Oh, well, that was stuff which I just read, so let's go on. You'll see how it develops as it develops.
Can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he'd quit drinking for good.
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and beat Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke up. You can get to the back lot through that door and down the corridor, Mr. Wake.
Thanks.
Someone's asking if she's supposed to be Lucy from Twin Peaks. He's certainly inspired by her. She's got that chipper voice.
The parking lot is through that door and down the corridor.
She's not quite
Pay
her.
no attention to Walter Snyder on your way.
Okay.
I'm gonna totally talk all up to Walter Snyder.
Hey, mister! Hey, can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
I wonder what this guy needs it to be bright inside his cell for. There's actually a page right here. Go pick that up.
Hey!
The dark presence in the diner.
In spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
Can you help me? Hey, please help me, man! I hate this! I can't stand the dark anymore! Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounded like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
Rolling through and through as we go. He's having fun being his old drunk self.
I told him, oh yeah, well, I don't hear where on your feet.
Gotta turn off the lights.
Oh, why'd you do that for? You're with them, aren't you? You're those space aliens! You think you got me right where you want? Will you just wait? You just wait!
Time to go back to the saucer.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Let's go mess with this radio.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the Sheriff's Department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Well, maybe there isn't an exact point to get worked up, though. Ever thought about that, Pat Maine? I'll say this on.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
That is what they said. Guess it's over there. Guess that'd be over there. Let me climb up here, and now it's time for Alan Wake kick! See, that worked out well. That's the manuscript page right here. Wake at Lover's Peak.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Another manuscript page depicts this item from the future.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
That's a phone call.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. Oh, I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
There's that guy that we met at the very beginning of the game, Barry. Let me go over here. We'll finish up the song. Barry's our agent. He's decided to come to the town with us. Shady Grove, I know. Shady Grove, I'm I can Shady Grove. We got the back end of that song. The radio sizzles out. Now let's go on back. We have to go meet Barry now. He's sleeping now. He just wanted to pass out like a baby.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Sweet. Sleep tight.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has been reprimanded.
Tor and Odin never caused any trouble to anyone when they were still living at their farm.
Indeed. All we can do is to slow down the progress of their dementia.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you. And she was very helpful when I was looking for you. Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.